Welcome to Golden State Water Company's Water Drought School. At Golden State Water Company, it has been all about water for more than 90 years. Our team of professionals delivers reliable, quality water and great service to customers in 75 communities across California. We remain committed to educating our customers so they are aware and can make informed decisions regarding their water use. This training will help you understand where California's water comes from, California's current drought status, water uses, and ways you can help in conservation efforts. We are going to start by going over where our water comes from. Water is continually moving around, through, and above the earth. It moves as water vapor, liquid water, and ice. It is constantly changing its form. The movement of water is referred to as the hydrologic or water cycle. Let's take few moments to review key components of the hydrologic cycle. Hydrologic cycle starts with evaporation. Heat from the sun causes water to evaporate and rise into the sky. Water vapor collects in the sky in the form of clouds. As the clouds cool down, vapor becomes water again and falls from the sky in the form of rain, snow, hail, or sleet. This process is called precipitation. Water that falls on land flows downhill into surface water, some gets underground and some of it is stored in ice and snow in the mountains. This part of the cycle is referred to as water movement. There are three main sources of water that sustain California: mountain snowpack, water pumped from underground aquifers, and surface water. California is known for its warm weather and beaches, but the water supply is heavily reliant on snow. Snowpack in the Sierra Nevada and Southern Cascade Mountains provides roughly a third of the water that is used throughout California in a normal water year. Another third of California's total water supply comes from groundwater. Groundwater is the portion of water beneath the Earth's surface that is often collected with wells. Contrary to popular opinion, groundwater does not exist in underground lakes. Groundwater fills spaces between sand, gravel, silt, and clay in water-bearing formations known as aquifers. The rest of our water comes from surface water. Surface water refers to water that remains on the Earth's surface, in rivers, streams, lakes, reservoirs, or oceans. Depending on where you live, your water can come from a nearby well or river, or it may travel hundreds of miles to reach your tap. Some communities may use 100% groundwater, 100% surface water, or a combination of both. About 75% of the available water for California originates in Northern California, but 80% of the demand occurs in the southern two-thirds of the state. As a result, California has built a water delivery infrastructure that is likely the most extensive anywhere in the world. Because 75% of our water is in the northern part of the state and 80% of water demand is in the south, California has built a water delivery infrastructure that is likely the most extensive anywhere on Earth, capable of moving a drop of water that originates near the northern border all the way down to the southern border. As you can see from the map, our water infrastructure is very complex. Next, we're going to discuss some of the infrastructure's main parts. California's principal river systems are formed by the Sacramento and San Joaquin rivers and their tributaries, which drain at the Great Central Valley. The Sacramento River, the longest river within the state, flows from its source at the base of Mount Shasta in the southern Cascade Mountains to its junction with the San Joaquin River. The San Joaquin River begins in the Sierra Nevada near Yosemite National Park and flows 350 miles to join the Sacramento River. The major river in Southern California is the Colorado River, one of the chief rivers of the western United States. It follows the Arizona-California state line before flowing into the Gulf of California in Mexico. California State Water Project is a vital component of our water infrastructure. The State Water Project is a water storage and delivery system of reservoirs, aqueducts, power plants, and pumping plants that extends more than 600 miles. The State Water Project is operated by the California Department of Water Resources, and it pumps water from the Sacramento-San Joaquin Delta and delivers it to customers in both Northern and Southern California via the 444-mile-long California Aqueduct. The Central Valley Project is a federal water management project under the supervision of the United States Bureau of Reclamation. It was created in 1933 in order to provide irrigation and municipal water to much of California's Central Valley by regulating and storing water in reservoirs in the water-rich northern half of the state and transporting it to the water-poor San Joaquin Valley and its surroundings by means of a series of canals, aqueducts, and pump plants, some shared with the California State Water Project. Another big part of the infrastructure consists of many local projects. One of those local projects is the Los Angeles Aqueduct from Owens River. This aqueduct was built in the early 20th century in order to channel water from the eastern slopes of the Sierra Nevada to the city and the surrounding region. The Los Angeles Aqueduct was completed in 1913. And at the time of completion, it was the world's longest aqueduct, at 233 miles, and the largest single water project in the world. In order to move all of this water, large amounts of energy are needed. As a result, water conservation offers double benefits because it conserves energy as well. The clean water that flows out of a faucet needs energy in many stages of treatment and transport before it gets to your tap. According to the California Energy Commission, the transportation and treatment of water accounts for 20% of California's total energy consumption. In many of California's cities, water is pumped hundreds of miles from its source before it is used. So, now you know where our water comes from, and you know the different parts of water infrastructure, but how does that water get to your house? Let's walk through this chart. Imagine you live in a city called Waterville. When you turn on the faucet to get a glass of water, GSWC supplies you with that water. Golden State Water Company gets water from two sources. Majority of the water is pumped from the groundwater basin. The company has over 240 wells that are operated to meet our customers' water needs. A portion of water is purchased from a wholesaler. The wholesaler draws water from State Water Project and Colorado River Aqueduct and makes this water available for purchase to companies like GSWC. State Water Project gets its water from Sacramento River and San Joaquin River in Northern California. You've heard about the drought in the news, so let's talk about why it's important that we all work together to conserve this limited resource. Since 2018, the state's weather has continued to be some of the driest in California's recorded history. Our drought continues as the result of warm temperature and below normal precipitation. In January 2022, 0.84% of the state was under exceptional drought conditions, 16% under extreme drought conditions, and 67% under severe drought conditions. As mentioned earlier, California's water supply is largely reliant on snow. Snowpack in the Sierra Nevada and southern Cascade Mountains provides roughly a third of the water that is used throughout California in a normal water year. Although California began the 2022 calendar year at 168% of the historical average, it quickly dropped to 60% by March, indicating that it is unlikely that there will be enough snowpack to prevent the drought from worsening throughout the year. Statewide average precipitation has been at its lowest in recent years. In March 2022, California is only at 39% of the historical average of normal precipitation at this time of the year. Lack of snowpack and rain is causing California's reservoirs, which are man-made lakes, to dry up. Our state's biggest reservoirs are Lake Shasta, Trinity Lake, and Lake Oroville. As of March 2022, Lake Shasta was at 37% capacity, Lake Oroville was at 46% capacity, and Trinity Lake was at 32% capacity. This is what Lake Shasta looked like before the drought and what it looked like near the end of 2021, at 37% of its capacity. This is what Lake Oroville looked like before the drought, and what it looked like near the end of 2021, at 46% of its capacity. On July 8, 2021, the governor issued an executive order that included a call on all Californians to voluntarily reduce their water use by 15% from their 2020 levels. The State Water Resources Control Board adopted emergency conservation regulations. Emergency conservation regulations list activities that are prohibited for everyone, as well as activities that are required for the business, and activities that water suppliers like Golden State Water must do. Let's review each. Activities prohibited for everyone include using potable water to wash sidewalks and driveways, having water runoff when irrigating with potable water, using hoses without shut-off nozzles to wash cars, using potable water in decorative water features that do not recirculate the water, and using outdoor irrigation during and 48 hours following measurable precipitation. Activities required for businesses include hotels and motels must provide guests with an option to not have towels and linens laundered daily. Also, restaurants and other food service establishments can only serve water to customers upon request. Water suppliers, like Golden State Water Company, must impose restrictions on outdoor irrigation. Notify customers about leaks that are within the customer's control. Report on water use monthly. And also report on compliance and enforcement. Violations of prohibited activities are infractions punishable by fines of up to $500 each day. In order to achieve mandatory water use reductions established by the State Water Resources Control Board, Golden State Water filed advice letters with the California Public Utilities Commission to activate a staged mandatory water conservation and rationing plan, also called Schedule 14.1. Golden State Water has received approval from the California Public Utility Commission to implement Stage 1 of Schedule 14.1 for all water systems. You can visit the Golden State Water Company website www.gswater.com to get area-specific information for Stage 1 conservation and rationing. In the water world, the acronym GPCD, gallons per capita per day, is often used to refer to per capita daily water use. GPCD can be used for estimating future water use demand. We'll discuss this more later, and it is also an important tool for tracking conservation goals, since it provides a baseline for households and individuals to track and compare their own conservation efforts. Additionally, urban water suppliers must estimate and report the number of gallons of water per person per day used by the residential customers it serves. Statewide average residential gallons per capita day for 2021 was 91 gallons, down slightly from 2020. The table shows yearly average residential gallons per capita day by hydrologic region of California. These figures vary throughout the state, with the San Francisco Bay region reporting the lowest average water use at 65 gallons per person per day in 2021, and the Colorado River region reporting the highest average water use at 172 gallons per person per day. Did you know that an average American family of 4 uses 400 gallons of water per day? In a year, that's equivalent to approximately 1 football field, filled a half-foot deep, or 4,000 bathtubs of water. Let's look at how water is used in a typical residential household. While there are many areas of a house that use water, the majority of the residential water use is for outdoor purposes such as irrigation. This varies depending on the size of the yard and type of landscaping, but on average, 53% of residential water use is used outdoors. This chart represents average Californian household water use for indoors. As you can see, it's pretty evenly spread between toilets, washers, shower heads, faucets, and leaks. Now that you have a general idea of how water is used residentially, we are going to go over water conservation tips. Golden State Water Company encourages customers to use water responsibly and offers conservation devices, rebates, and programs to help improve water use efficiency. We are pleased to provide all customers the opportunity to receive up to 2 indoor water conservation kits delivered directly to your home, for free. There are several ways for you to request these conservation kits. You can go to our website, www.gswater.com, or you can email conservationdep@gswater.com, or you can call us on 1-800-999-4033. Now let's go over water-saving tips for the kitchen, bathroom, laundry, and yard. There are many ways to conserve water in the kitchen. Fixing a leaky faucet that drips at the rate of 1 drip per second can save you more than 4,165 gallons per year. Keeping a pitcher of cold water in the refrigerator, instead of waiting for water to get cold from the tap, is another way to save water. When washing dishes by hand, don't let the water run. Fill one basin with wash water and the other with rinse water. You can save 25 gallons of water each time. Dishwashers typically use less water than washing dishes by hand. Energy Star dishwashers save even more water and energy. Remember, you should only run dishwasher when it's full. Another way to save water in the kitchen is to install aerators on the kitchen faucet to reduce flow to less than 1.5 gallon per minute. You can get an aerator for free in our conservation kits. Now let's look at ways to save water in the bathroom. On average, 2/3 of the water used inside your home is used in the bathroom between toilets, showers, and sinks. Toilet flushing is the single highest use of water in the average home, so it also presents a prime opportunity for water conservation. Did you know that an undetected toilet leak can waste about 200 gallons of water per day? A simple way to determine if you have a leak is to conduct a leak dye tablet test. Place the tablet in the tank and wait about 10 minutes for the water in the tank to change colors. If the water in the toilet bowl also changes color, there is a leak, and the flapper should be replaced. Toilet models from 1992 or earlier use between 3.5 to 7 gallons per flush. Newer high-efficiency toilets use less than 1.3 gallons. You can reduce toilet flushing water waste by 50 to 80% by replacing an older model. Some additional water-saving tips for the bathroom include: turning off the tap while brushing your teeth or shaving can save more than 100 gallons of water per person each month. Taking a 5-minute shower uses 10 to 25 gallons of water. By installing a high-efficiency shower head or cutting shower time, you can save a considerable amount of water. Also, a leaking shower head wastes more than 500 gallons per year. Now let's look at some water-saving tips for the laundry room. One of the ways to save water while doing laundry is to wash dark clothes in cold water. This saves water and energy and also helps your clothes retain their color. Another way to conserve water and energy is by using a high-efficiency washing machine that uses less than 25 gallons of water per load, where traditional models use an average of 45 gallons per load. Since over 50% of residential water use is outdoors, this is going to represent the biggest opportunity for you to save water. Here are some helpful tips. Landscape with California-friendly and low water use plants. Water early in the morning or late in the evening to prevent evaporation. Midday watering can cause losses of up to 30% from evaporation. Another way to save water outside is to use mulch. Mulch retains water, cools down the soil, and reduces evaporation. Also, digging trenches around individual plants and trees helps prevent runoff while watering. If you have a lot of plants outside, research each plant's water requirements thoroughly, and try to group plants with similar watering needs, or install drip irrigation. Another way to save water is to fix any leaks. Some leaks, like dripping faucets, are easy to detect. However, leaks might happen underground, and you might not even know about it. To check for unknown leaks, you can use your water meter by following these steps. First, turn off all the taps in your house, and be sure you are not using any appliances that use water. Your water meter should not be running. Check the small dial on your meter to see if it is turning. If the dial is still turning, this indicates your water meter is still running and chances are you have a leak somewhere. If you are unsure of how to read your meter, you can always contact the Golden State Water Customer Service line at 1-800-999-4033 if you have any questions. Here is an example of how to read your water meter. Numbers under the words cubic feet reflect the total number of centum cubic feet or CCF of water recorded since the meter was installed. The conversion from CCF to cubic feet is 1 CCF equals 100 cubic feet. Our charges are based on units of 100 cubic feet, so you can disregard the last two numbers with the black background. In this example, the past reading would be 817 CCF, and the current reading on the meter shows 829 CCF. You would subtract 817 from 829, and you would get 12 CCF. Using the conversion above, shows that 1200 cubic feet of water was used for that period. 1200 cubic feet of water converted to gallons is 8,976. We all need to take an active role in saving water. If you observe that water is being wasted, you are encouraged to report water waste on our website or by calling the Golden State Water Company's 24-hour customer service center at 1-800-999-4033. At Golden State Water Company, we are committed to proactive water conservation programs that encourage reduced water use whenever possible, and the most efficient use of water that is used. We partner with several organizations that promote efficient water use and sustainable water supply. WaterSense, a partnership program by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, seeks to protect the future of our nation's water supply by offering people a simple way to use less water with water-efficient products, new homes, and services. The Alliance for Water Efficiency is a stakeholder-based, nonprofit organization dedicated to the efficient and sustainable use of water. The California Water Efficiency Program aims to maximize urban water efficiency and conservation throughout California by supporting and integrating innovative technologies and practices, encouraging effective public policies, advancing research, training, and public education, and building collaborative approaches and partnerships. Save Our Water is statewide programs aimed at helping Californians reduce their everyday water use. Created in 2009 as a partnership between the Association of California Water Agencies and the California Department of Water Resources, the program offers ideas and inspiration for permanently reducing water use, regardless of whether California is in a drought. Be WaterWise is a resource for water conservation information from the family of regional water agencies, including landscaping, native plant use, and watering index. Now, we are going to review how to read your water bill. Golden State Water Company has designed your water bill to make it easy to understand, including convenient monthly comparisons, a message center, and the opportunity to sign up for online communications. Next, we're going to highlight some features of your bill. There are many costs related to providing reliable water service 24 hours a day, and ensuring your water consistently meets stringent federal and state water quality standards. The Current Activities section includes the name of the rate schedule, a list of fees and temporary surcharges and credits. Total quantity used in cubic feet. The service charge is commonly used by all water utilities and allows water utilities to cover a portion of their total costs to operate and maintain water systems. The service charge varies depending on the customer meter size, but it is not a meter charge or fee to rent or pay for the meter itself. The graph will identify your monthly usage for the current and previous year. All data is listed in CCF or 100 cubic feet. This graph allows you to compare usage, identify high-use months, and see the results of conservation efforts. The bill also contains a glossary that defines the terms used on the bill. If you ever have any questions about your water bill, don't hesitate to contact customer service. Our customer service team is eager to help and answer any questions that you might have. Thank you for doing your part to conserve water. For more information, visit www.gswater.com/drought or call 1-800-999-4033. Thank you for participating in Golden State Water Company's Water Drought School. Please complete the quiz, which covers the following topics: water supply source, the California drought, water use efficiency and conservation tips, reading water meters, and understanding your water bill. After passing the quiz, please contact Golden State Water Company at 800-999-4033 to discuss next steps as it relates to the one-time allocation surcharge adjustment or removal of the flow restrictor. When prompted, select the drought option from the list of options, and when connected to a drought team representative, please inform them that you have recently completed Golden State Water Company's Water Drought School. Please note, completed quizzes will only be accepted from the verified account holder. If you are a tenant or property manager, please contact the property owner. If you need further assistance, please call our 24-hour customer service center at 800-999-4033.